from what I've heard, it seems like he was also, again, very down to earth and very sincere in his communication with everybody yesterday.
Yeah, and he was emotional too. Yeah, he said it crushed him. And the reporting is out there. The driver of the other car was a 21-year-old female. So that young lady was fine. But I think it really hit him. It hit him in a way, as a father, that he had what he calls basically a 2-second lapse in judgment, where his cell phone, he said he wasn't on his cell phone, but the cell phone was on his lap, and it slid off of his lap and went between the seats. And when he reached down to pick it up and he turned back, that's when the collision occurred. His Tesla had veered over the double yellow lines, and so he was really emotional. And it was, it showed his vulnerable side in a big way. But he said that he was absolutely crushed on Monday night, I believe it was, when he saw the reports, and it was a clerical error. The actual police report did assign blame to Kyle Shanahan, and he had seen the report. He knew of the report. He has the report. But when it was basically keyboarded into the database with a Dropbox and everything else, it was just put on the wrong line, so that it appeared as if the young lady was at fault. And Shanahan was like, that is not at all what happened. He took the blame for it. Distracted driving. He wasn't cited. There was no evidence, according to Palo Alto police, of any drugs or alcohol. The accident happened at 6:14 p.m. on July 14th, and he also showed us a picture of what he looked like in the immediate aftermath of that accident, and his face was, whoa, it was jacked up. He had a big V-shaped but a gash right by his right eye. He applauded the work of the plastic surgeon, and he looked fine. For face-wise, you can tell a little bit beaten up, but he looked fine. But he was struggling. You could tell. And the thing about the cover-up or how it took so long, I mean, as I kind of observed, he's had a really difficult time making decisions. And he said he's getting better. He will be fine, but he's not there yet. So I think there were many days after that occurred where it was tough for him, and the 49ers wanted to kind of make
sure he was better before actually, obviously he's still not talking at the podium either. Right. So just to make sure he's better and kind of assess the situation more. Yeah, and it was actually probably more of how do we handle this, and he wasn't in a position to make any decisions on how it should be handled. So his wife, Mandy, called texted or called people close to them, including maybe about 10 players on the 49ers. That went over time, and Shanahan texted, and when he was feeling better, he texted and phoned some friends of his to let them know. And the way the 49ers chose to proceed was, they say that they didn't have all the details. They didn't know how they were going to specifically how they were going to manage without Kyle Shanahan until basically that day on Saturday, and the release went out at 9 a.m. And I think John Lynch spoke to us around 11:30, I think, that day. 11:15 that day. Right. So it was, it was. It's a lot.